Hi, I'm Donald Michelin, author of Mount Zion and the Darkest Valley. I put together this video as an introduction to my book that was released in 2025. It's going to be about a pattern that was revealed to Moses, Aaron, his two sons, and the 70 elders of Israel on Mount Sinai. This pattern encompasses the courtyard, the two-room tabernacle, the laver, and the brazen altar. It also correlates with the earth and its geography, as well as the sun and the constellations in the night sky over a course of a year. The relationship between the earth and the courtyard is notable, and it's fascinating to think about how this connection might have influenced the beliefs of ancient civilizations, particularly in relation to their location to the tabernacle. The spiritual life is the journey depicted by Orion as a journey that begins in the darkness and makes its way to the light. The sun is the symbol of this light and is a wonderful representation of how our spiritual life can be transformed and grow. The evidence of this same pattern can illustrate the prophecies found in the book of Daniel and Revelation. First, we're going to take a look at the map of the world, which is shown here divided equally along the equator based on its predominant geographic features. Each one of these sections contains one or more of the largest, highest, or deepest features in its category. The section labeled Quietude contains the Sahara Desert, the world's largest sandy desert. The elevation section features over 100 of the world's highest mountains, which can be found in the Himalayan and Pamir mountain ranges, as well as the highest plateau. The abyss section is home to the deepest trenches on Earth, with the Mariana being the deepest of them. The section labeled Fire contains the American Great Plains, as well as Yellowstone, the world's largest supervolcano. The island of Hawaii is home to the world's tallest volcano. The jungles and swamps section contains the Amazon rainforest, the largest in the world, and the Pantanal, the largest tropical wetland. Here we can see how the courtyard and the tabernacle relate to the map of the world. The courtyard measuring 50 cubics by 100 cubics, which is the same ratio as that of the equator to the distance between the North and South poles. Just as the world is shown to be divided into 5 sections, so too is the courtyard. The section labeled in the courtyard Earth has no furnishings, which means there's no requirement to approach the brazen altar. The brazen altar is the symbol of the fire element and is a testament to the eternal flame, welcoming those seeking to deepen their connection with God at any moment. It is worth noting that no one can walk to the laver without first acknowledging the significance of the brazen altar. And next we have the air element, which is represented by the holy place and is the location of the golden altar of incense. Beyond that room lies the Holy of Holies, where you'll find the Ark of the Covenant, the throne of God, representing the spirit element. In the top right corner, 4 monoliths are shown to form a pattern based on longitude. This pattern, featuring Teotihuacan, Uluru, Mount Kailash, and the Giza Plateau, showcases the sacred path of the elect, those who trust in God. Teotihuacan is located in the courtyard where the sacrifices were made at the brazen altar. There's this correlation between the earth and the courtyard. The Aztec, Maya, Toltec civilizations all practiced human and animal sacrifice. This was a tradition that continued for an incredible 2,000 years. Uluru is a sacred monolith to the Aboriginal people of Australia, who have a mythology known as Dreamtime, or what can also be known as the dreaming. Their mythology is a time of the interweaving of the spiritual and physical realms, which can correlate to the door of the tabernacle and the moment when someone decides to take up their cross and follow Christ. And this door to the tabernacle is also a depiction of water baptism. And this is the moment when you leave the water and you begin your relationship with Christ. And having this experience transforms the person into a priest who will be fully equipped to work in the tabernacle. From this point onwards, those who are spiritually awake will follow this path of spiritual enlightenment. Now, this path is like the light of the menorah, visible only to those inside the tabernacle. Mount Kailash is a sacred site for the Buddhists and Hindus, both of whom have enlightenment as their main tenet. And lastly, we have the ancient Egyptians, who are well known for their work on the afterlife. Just a few of their examples include the Book of the Dead, tombs containing instructions for navigating the afterlife, and there is the mythology related to the Field of Reeds. The Giza Plateau is aligned with the throne of God, and this alignment represents the afterlife of those who will reign with Christ. This illustration shows the projection of the Earth and the courtyard onto the night sky. The four stations of the constellation Orion are aligned with the pattern that begins at Teotihuacan and the brazen altar. This pattern reflects a visual representation of the annual cycle of the sun along the ecliptic. Each station of Orion is depicted with Mount Kailash, the axis mundi facing the sun, while Teotihuacan looks back toward Orion. This alignment corresponds to the Pyramid of the Sun at Teotihuacan on April 29th and August 12th, when it is oriented towards the setting sun. The December solstice is the point to begin the illustration, as this is when the constellation Orion is easily seen in the night sky. And this is a period when the Earth is between the sun and the constellation Orion. After the symbol of redemption, Orion emerges from the darkness and will move towards the tabernacle through faith. On April 29th, Orion makes its entrance into the tabernacle. The June solstice is the time when the sun's brilliance makes the constellation invisible. At this stage, Orion is fully enlightened, positioned before the altar of incense. These three stages reflect the path that everyone should take in their spiritual life. On August 12th, the fourth stage, Orion is depicted on the throne, signifying an event that unfolds in the afterlife. This is just an introduction to my book. If you find it very interesting, you can purchase it with the links that are provided. And if you have any comments, you can leave them in the comment field. I'll get back to you on those. And thanks for watching.